This is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor. Welcome to my YouTube station. I was the IRS. I don't practice at it. Just so you know, I have worked thousands of cases for the United States government and in private tax defense. So I've been doing this a long, long time. I have a big YouTube station and a big Facebook following, so the things I tell you are important to remember. I am available for representation. You can leave comments. I'm happy to answer your questions if I can. If I can go ahead and get to them, I try to answer that. Sammy the Wonder Dog. Sammy, at every time she can get an opportunity to go ahead and she gets an appearance fee every time she walks by. Anyway, I just got finished. The Hurricane Milton came through. Actually, the eye came probably about 50 miles from me. So I have. It's really great to be back. You have no idea sometimes how much I appreciate sitting down here. You don't. First couple of days it's fun. Oh, I don't have to work, but boy, after that you kind of miss the camera. So I just anyway, I want to talk to you as a former IRS agent. I know everything there is to know about tax resolution possible. There's some things you don't, but most of the cool stuff, you know. You can pull back the curtain of IRS. So the question today, and I'm asked this a lot, can IRS seize a house or a car? Let me go ahead and answer that for you. As a former agent, I have a book full of seizures. As a matter of fact, I just found it. I actually found the book that I just had. I kept from IRS. I have a certificate here, right here, of IRS stuff. I don't know what else I have in here. I just got it out of a box I got from the garage. I just pulled it out just to go ahead and yeah, some of my old IRS stuff is in here. I don't want to share some of people may not be dead, but yes, IRS can seize your home. I seized probably over 30 homes when I was with Internal Revenue Service. In today's economy, do they do that? Well, yes and no. IRS has the right to do that. No, they really don't. However, with that said, 3 months ago, 2.5 months ago, they did seize the house of a client that I had. And how does that process work? First of all, it's rare. It happens in egregious cases. In this case, my client had equity in his home. IRS asked them to take the value out of it. They didn't. He had his credit score was good enough to fund it, but he didn't want to. IRS said, listen, if you don't do this, they gave him sufficient warning. They went ahead and finally seized it. What do? They have to have a judge sign off on it. Then they go ahead and send the case to DOJ, the Department of Justice, who then does the foreclosure. I don't know what he's going to do. He contacted one of my attorneys that we all work together. I don't know if he's going to try to fight it, save it, or get a loan, but yes, they can do that. And they're starting to do that more, but for 99% of you listening, they're not going to do that. But they can, just know. If you play around with them, the revenue officer doesn't like you, it can happen. Can they seize your car? Yes, same thing. Would they take your work car, your normal family vehicle? No, only in really egregious cases. Now, will they take muscle cars and other cars you have sitting there for investment? They could. In egregious cases, they will do that. What's an egregious case? It's a case where you kind of can pay IRS and you don't. They've asked you to file tax returns and you don't. When you really start to piss IRS off, IRS can do pretty much whatever they want. For 99, maybe 0.9% of you, that's not going to happen. The whole bottom line here is if you have a debt, you take care of it. You don't have to pay it. You have options. You can be put in uncollectible. You can do an offer and compromise. You can make payment agreement that you can afford. Never let IRS push you, but always respect IRS. I am a former agent. I've worked thousands of IRS cases. I'm available for representation. Call me, leave me a text. I answer my own phone. Thank you very much for listening. Yeah, remember, IRS always has the hammer. Thank you for the subscription.